Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So I know we were doing spring looks. I don't think so. Well, maybe. I don't. This is verging, is what I think. It's verging on winter into spring. It's one of them. Without. It's like dark, but yet because of the lid, it's a little bit brighter. Anyway, I woke up today and I was ready to do another spring look. I really was. I am freezing, okay? Freezing. And because it's been pretty nice, the weather's been good. Not too hot, not too cold. Jacket weather, pretty much, right? I woke up today. Snow. Say who? No. I was like, absolutely not. No. I'm going back to bed. Did I know? Would I have liked to? Yes. But I woke up and there was snow and it is cold. And I was like, why? What is this? I don't understand. And then I remembered, well, we are still in February. So it's to be expected. But I was so hoping for spring. Anywho, long story said, I'm not inspired to do a spring look, to be fair. I seen the winter and the cold and I'm like, I'm freezing. So why not do the Berry Pop collection by Natasha Denona, right? Because I've really been liking this lip liner and lipstick. I like the color. It's like a red for me. Like, this is the type of red I can wear. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily have to babysit it, but I a little bit have to. But more importantly, I just like the formula. And I love the blush and the highlighter set that came with that. But as I was sitting here, right, using this, and I mean, it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And the lipstick and like the packaging, like I've already did a look in a review using all this, right? But I said in that review, she needs to come out with a berry palette. And I figured that would be next, right? A berry palette. And then I started thinking, does she have one? Am I missing something? Because sometimes she does that. She'll come out with a mini and then a midi, or a midi and then a mini. Sometimes. So I was sitting there thinking, am I missing something? Because I think everything. I'm pretty sure I own everything from Natasha Denona. Okay? Everything. But with the exception of the Ipsy box things, like those I didn't get. Because I'm not an Ipsy. I should be. I need to be to get the Natasha Denona, but I'm not. But anywho, I started thinking, and then I was like, well, let me look. So I look. I didn't see anything in the bigger palettes, and I didn't see anything in the middies. So I went to the minis. I didn't see anything in there, and then I was like, wait a second. She has bigger 5-pan palettes. Let me check there. And lo and behold, how I forgot this, I don't know, because I actually like this palette, and this palette actually had a little bit of controversy when it was released, and it's the Cranberry palette, and I forgot about it. And that is the palette that we're going to use today. And I checked on her website, it's still available. Just saying. So, with that said, that's what we're going to use. Now, my Cranberry palette, this pink shade right here, is barely holding on for dear life. Like, it's not. It would fall out, to be fair. But it is one of the most prettiest shades, and I thought about ordering another one of these to replace this because of that, but I don't want to be fair. And it works just the same, so what's it matter? But I was going to order that in the Love palette because I seen it on there, and my Love palette, it kind of broke. But again, the shadows are fine. It's just the palette that broke because these aren't the, best. But anywho, this is the palette we're going to use. And we're going to use every shade but that middle shade. And I think it turned out really pretty. And I think it goes really well with the Berry Pop look. Now, is it exactly the same tones? No, it's not. But is it close enough? In my eyes, it is. But then again, I can't see, so don't take me at my word on that. But let's get started. So the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. I'm hoping, yeah, you can see. And we're going to go very lightly. That may be a little bit too much, but we're going to go with it. Anyway, I'm using my Refer. I primed with my MAC Painterly paint pot, and then I set with the Lunar Beauty setting powder. I actually set my whole face with that. And I was on a roll with using like older palettes, well, older stuff. The foundation today that I used is the Marc Jacobs foundation. The Shameless, I think is that what it's called? Let me check. I really like this foundation. I am so sad. Youthful Look 24-hour foundation, this one here. And it is such a good shade match for me, which is odd. Because I'll be honest, it is hard. Like, I know. I'm sure every brand has a shade match, you know? But I don't know if you're like me. When it comes to shade matching, I suck. And if you go and ask, unless you're in, like, maybe it's just where I live, but I'm better off taking advice from somebody on the street, to be honest. Because it's just not that big of a thing here, you know? And I don't want to say that the people don't know what they're doing, but the people don't know what they're doing. You should see some of the crazy matches I've been set with. And I'm like, in what planet? Like, after I get home, of course. And then I'm the type that don't take nothing back, so I'm stuck with it. But yeah. But I had forgotten all about this palette, and I don't know how, because when it first launched, I loved this palette. Like, it was right up my alley. It did not scare me or nothing. But then again, her shadows hardly ever scare me. And I'm not for sure. I think the controversy was over some of the shades not working right or something. I don't know. Or they didn't like them, but mine is perfectly fine. Now, is it because I'm using Refer tools? I don't know. Tools make a huge difference. They do. But yeah, so we're doing a cranberry / berry pop look today. And I think it turned out really good, to be fair. Okay, we're going to go into this darker shade, this purple right here. And if you're like me, just go in with a soft hand, you know, and build it up. That's what I do. I mean, I may have to go in a couple times, which can be a little nerve-wracking. But I would rather go in a couple times and get it exactly the way I want it than to start out with too much and not know what to do from there. I mean, obviously you blend, but there's only so much blending you can do, to be fair, too. But I didn't think, to be fair, I didn't think this would still be available. The other palette I thought would look good with this berry pop that she launched was the Star palette. I think that would be pretty with this too. But I'm still hoping that she has a berry pop palette coming. And I think it would be a little bit fitting for spring. I just like these tones. I really do. I mean, they are close, but it makes a nice gradient. So I'm not mad about that at all. But the tones are close together. We're going to take that first shade, this one right here, and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. But yeah, so this is still available. It's if you go to her page, natashanona.com, and go to eyes and then eyeshadow palettes, it is on the last page, but it is still available. if you're interested. But it really does, I think, go very nice with the berry eyeshadow palette. Yeah, the berry blush palette and lipstick. And these shadows are just really easy to use. Can you tell I'm a fan? I won't lie. I'm wearing the white Exit eyeliner by ColourPop. You know what I think it is? It was hard pan, is what the problem was, I think, that people were having with the shadows. Because I am seeing a little bit of hard pan, but not much on this particular shade anyway, the dark purple. Well, is it purple dark cranberry? Okay, I think I got both eyes the same. It's so hard to tell. Alright, now, this is my favorite shade. I think that's why I liked it too, because at the time I didn't have a lot of her palettes, and this shade just blew me away. But to be fair, nowadays, or maybe even when this palette launched, to be fair, you didn't see that much of this kind of shade, this impact, unless it was from indie brands. But look at that. It's just so pretty and easy to use. And of course, you all know I love me a good pink. There's not a pink I would turn away. I just couldn't. And I didn't spray the brush either, or use my finger. You could lay down a glitter glue. It just really depends on the impact you want. Actually, I wonder if the palette that's available now is the same as this one, or did she reformulate? It's a thought. I don't know. Now we're going to go into this shade right here, this last shade, and I'm going to pick it up, and we're going to put it on the inner corner. You all, I wish you could feel how cold it is. I mean, I'm sure it's colder in other places, but like if you could feel my hands, they're freezing. For a reason. I just wasn't ready for snow. I did. I woke up. I looked out the window. I don't even know why I looked out the window either. I don't ever look out the window. But I did today. And I looked at my fiance and I was like, "Did you know it's supposed to snow?" Yeah. I was like, "Oh. Thanks for telling me. I didn't know." Look how pretty that is. Like it's just enough for an inner corner. So pretty. Now we're going to take the dark shade again, and I'm going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line. Ooh, where's my... We'll use this mirror. It's my favorite anyway. And I'll use my good old Rougher 29 to do that with. Yeah, I'm going to guess that it's hard pan because I'm not... I can see it and I have to pick this up in certain places, or it's not going to work. It's not going to pick up. Got a hair. I use that It Cosmetics brush again, and I knew better. I guess got done saying how it sheds every time, and it does. I don't know what I'm waiting on. Like, I figure if I just keep washing it, like, it's going to stop or something, and it don't. Actually, I guess it would stop shedding once it runs out of bristles, right? I feel like it's gotta be getting close for as many bristles as I lose each time. It's just such a pretty. I can't get over how I forgot about this. Number one, like that's number one. How I forgot about this palette is beyond me. But it happens. And then number two, the look is just so pretty to me for some reason. And I think it is because it does go so well with the Berry Pop cheek palette and the lipstick and stuff. Now, generally, if I was to do a bright look like this, though, on my eye, I probably would have went with a nude lipstick, to be fair. But I was already invested in the berry part of it, of the look. Just because it was feeling winter again. And I need it to be spring. And then, oh, I can't wait. My fiance has a surprise for me, but he can't tell me what it is yet. But it's for Mother's Day and it's supposed to be early present. So I am excited for that. Man, I like that pink. It's like all glittery. Like you can see little glitters of it. And it, like, depending on how the light hits it, it's so pretty. But at the same time, that can be deceiving. Because once you're out of the lights, what's it look like? You know what I mean? And I've been noticing a lot of times that that's the case. Which I'm trying to come back to tell you. Sometimes the shadow, like the look just don't look good unless light's hitting it a certain way. And then other times it'll look really good here. But then when I get out to like the car or something, I'm like, whoa, what happened? How'd that go wrong? So I've been trying to let you know when and if that happens. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. So, but I am trying to let you know because I don't want you to waste your money. Let me be the fool to do that. I'm good at that. Very good. A little too good, my fiance thinks. But then again, we're going to use the Gucci mascara for the top lashes. And this is one of my favorites, mascaras. And just so you know, I do really like the formula, and I like the way my lashes look when I'm done using this. But also know, like at the same time, I just like to say Gucci mascara. Like, I do think it is good. I don't know why. I can't explain it to you, like I've said before. But it is a good mascara. But at the same time, I want to be honest and just say that I do like to say the name of it. I feel fancy. And some would say I feel like I'm a fool for spending that much money on a mascara. But I say to each their own. We're all fools in our own way. I'm just a fool when it comes to makeup. And it does cost me a pretty penny, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I've learned a lot by being a fool, you know what I mean? I've learned which shadows I like, which ones I don't, which ones are easy to work with, which ones are harder to work with, which ones, just everything. What I like, what I don't like type of thing, And like what brushes, I wouldn't know any of that if I wasn't a fool for makeup. I wouldn't know there's a difference between makeup tools, even though it seems like it'd be common sense. I wouldn't know it. So to me, it's just like each their own. We're all a fool in some way, shape, or form. I just am when it comes to this. And it's not because I'm trying to look pretty or I'm trying to impress anybody. Obviously, I want it to turn out good at the end of the day, but I'm not doing it necessarily to make, I'm fine without makeup. But, well, take that as you want to. But it's more of expressing. Like, you could paint, you could color. I love to color. I am really good at coloring, actually. But I don't paint well. I don't draw well. My daughter, on the other hand, can draw anything, can paint anything. It's just an art, just a expression, I guess. And I will say my mood definitely reflects my makeup, which is kind of funny. Like, not only does it reflect what I'm wearing, but it reflects my clothes too, or my mood. Because if I'm happy and feeling good, it's usually a more bright or lighter look. You know what I mean? Where if I'm in a mood or if I'm mad, it's more of a, or sad even, it's more of a darker look. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but a lot of the time. But anyway, this is the final look using the Berry Pop blush palette, blush and highlighter palette, the lipstick and lip liner, and then the cranberry eyeshadow palette. And now that I'm looking at it, really, I don't think the tones are all that bad. I kind of do think they go together. Huh. Take it with a grain of salt. I can't see, though. Just letting you know. I am blind without my glasses. And I don't hardly ever wear my glasses, so there's that. But all in all, I think it turned out really good. It put me in the mood that I want to be, and let's put it like that. For nail polish today, I bought a new nail polish, y'all. So I was at CVS and I bought Totally Toffee nail polish by Revlon. Back in the day, y'all, I can remember Totally Toffee, Toast of New York, and there was another one, Iced Mocha, maybe? All the rage when I was younger. And when I saw this and I saw the name of it, I was like, I have to. I just have to. And it's so pretty, and it actually applied really nicely. I had to do 2 coats, but that's neither here nor there, really. It dried fairly quickly. Yeah. So far, so good. I'm impressed, to be honest with you. I'm impressed. But let's see, what else do I have? Concealer. I'm wearing the Natasha Denona concealer. I already did the foundation. I said bronzer is the bronzer. Where are you? this. It's the Kylie Cosmetics. It's old. It's the Toasty Bronzer. Oh, you could have got that. You can get that separately too, I think. I'm pretty sure she had that separately. But it's out of this little palette here. That's the bronzer. And then the blush highlighter. Okay, yep, everything else. Oh, for bottom lash line, I used Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. Yeah, that was it. So, that is everything. Yes. I just want to make sure I get it all for you. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. I need spring. Am I the only one? I feel like sometimes I'm the only one. But then other times I'm like, no, everybody's wanting spring to be here. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know. Did you get this palette? Do you think the tones match? I'm curious. Like, my eyes say yes, but not, my eyes don't see what other people see either, so. Just saying. Anywho, I will let you go. I will see you in the next one. Please take care and stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.